You're listening to Shoe In, covering the ins and outs of all things footwear, from sneakers to heels, loafers to slippers, and every type of shoe in between. Brought to you by the FDRA, the Footwear Industries Association focused on retail, trade, politics, and fashion, helping create and enhance conversations on all things footwear. And now your footwear insiders, Matt Priest and Andy Holt.
We are currently perched above FN Platform's floor.
Yeah, it's like the footwear kingdom.
I can actually see down into all the different pockets and all the different booths.
Yep.
If I had rotten tomatoes, I'd throw them down there.
Rotten Tomatoes. the movie website aggregator.
Exactly. No, I'm just kidding. But as we look down, there's a lot of new brands showing, a lot of people coming in and out.
Yep.
And one thing that we always like to do at these shows is send Jasmine out and interview a few people at booths that she walks around and finds some interesting samples.
They're way more likely to talk to her than us.
Absolutely.
And we had to add a new correspondent, Kim, who also
That's right.
went out and did interviews. So Jasmine and Kim can just take over from us.
They can take it over from us and we can just leave.
We're
no
out.
one wants to hear us anyway.
No.
Plus, Jasmine, you can introduce Kim and how she's tied into Shoe and Show. Do you like that tie-in?
Nice.
Laces up.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, ladies. Take it from here.
We're out.
We're gone.
Peace.
Literally leaving.
I guess they were really trying to get out of here, but that is fine. I have Kim here with me, and Kim did some interviews on her own, and she got to talk to two brands. If you want to kind of tell the audience what those two brands were.
Hey, thanks, Jasmine. Yeah, I will, because actually it was a tip from Matt.
Oh,
he
okay.
suggested that I go check out Jerusalem Sandals. He said
Interesting.
they've got an interesting story, and indeed, it proved to be the case. So I met with them, and after they first offered me a piece of baklava and had me sit down and put my feet up,
That's
they began to
awesome.
tell me the tale.
Oh, okay. We have to hear this.
Sandals here. I'm sitting with the owner and founder, Kfir, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about his shoes. But hi, Kfir.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing great. Loving the show. Well, what drew me to Jerusalem Sandals? I heard you have a very interesting story, and we were chatting a little bit before we began this recording. But Kfir is going to talk to us a little bit about the origins. There's a wonderful origin story here. What's it all about, Jerusalem Sandals?
So Jerusalem Sandals started when I married my wife, and she's from Ohio, Toledo. I'm from a small town in Israel called Bat Yam. And after we got married, we went to visit Israel, and my wife, Angela, she was fascinating with shoe crafting in Israel. And she was buying for herself a few pairs. And when we come back to the United States, everybody was asking her where you got those sandals, where we can get these sandals. The answer was all the time only in Israel. And every time we go back to visit, we will get orders of people who want us to bring them sandals. So it was actually her idea to bring the sandals back and sell them in the US. We started in the boardwalk on Venice Beach. We just opened a small table there on the boardwalk, and we imported some sandals. It was just only one color brown. And the reaction was amazing. People were loving it. It was like a really, really beautiful reaction. And we saw the potential, and we started to find a way to create and bring more sandals and sell them. And slowly we started to get from the beach wholesale orders. And people actually came to us and tell us that we need to do the trade shows. So we didn't know nothing about it, and we have people direct us to do back then it was WSA, and we do the FN platform, and it was a phenomenal success. So our next step is to find a production that we can make more sandals to sell in the USA. And after looking for a while, my father that used to be in the shoe business in the 90s, he connected me with a Palestinian family of a third generation shoe manufacturing. And this is how Jerusalem Sandals came. We look for a name that will fit this collaboration, and after researching we find out that Jerusalem have a meaning. It's combined of two words, Salem, coming from the word Shalom, or Salam, Shalom is in Hebrew, salam is in Arabic, and Jeru is a word in Hebrew to mean to see. So we get together to see peace. And this is like what represent our brand is a collaboration of Israelis and Palestinians that doing together the standards of our heritage. And then since then we developed much more styles and colors, and the brand is growing. Right now we have spread it in very high-end boutiques all over the country. We do sell in like stores like Nordstrom, we sell in Zappos, Free People. Also you can find it in other countries, like it's very big in Korea right now, in Japan, also in Europe, in England. And it's so far it was very fun to create something that is like that, and we're very excited and encouraging for the response in the shoe industry to this collaboration so far.
Fantastic. Well, it's interesting because it seems like they're all about comfort as well. So you're not only saving people's feet, but also kind of promoting world peace at the same time. So, it's a little bit of, you've got your philosophical and these kind of almost political type of message, or almost anti-political. Like, let's just say, it's anti-political in a way. Like, let's just make peace and feel good and let your feet feel good too, right? So, and glancing around here, and I urge everyone to check out their website, but I do see it is all about comfort, and perhaps could you say that that's part of what has helped grow the business, is maybe this trend towards you want to look good, you want to look trendy, at the same time you want to be able to walk all day in your shoes. So can you talk a little bit about how the shoes are made and why they're so comfortable?
Yes, absolutely. So to understand it, you can say that these sandals have 2,000 of years of brand authenticity, that's what they're doing over there, and the manufacturing is doing sandals for 50 years. So they really perfected it. What I love about the Palestinians, it's made by Palestinians. They're very passionate about what they do. They have a lot of pride in their product. So they created something with all their heart. The sole itself, it's made out of PU. The upper is a natural leather. After you wear it, it's mold to your feet, get the shape of your feet. The leather patina very nice. The sandals themselves are very light, very flexible, and very different than most of the sandals and the shoes out there. You can see the artisan look. You can see that it's have a very different look, and of course it's very comfortable, as this is what it's all about. It's about comfortable sandals.
Agreed. And I would say, personally, just looking at them, people seem to be attracted to natural materials. Nothing wrong with the plastic sandals out there, or something you might want to wear in the water, for example. But there's something about a natural fabric and a natural material, right? So, where's your leather from then?
Everything is local. Everything is coming from east of Jerusalem in a place called Hebron. So it's all like third generation tanneries. It's all processed locally. These people, Hebron is well known for the leather crafting for many years. So everything is made over there, from the tanneries to the creation of the sandals, and that's what makes it so unique and different.
And I see there are other items here on the booth that are not shoes. I do see some lovely bags, which seem to be, some of them maybe more unisex, and some of them maybe in bright colors for women. But is that the new trend, or can you talk about what's kind of next on the horizon? Is it more accessories? Is it different types of shoes?
Well, we got a lot of requests of people that buy the sandals, usually women, that they want to have a matching bags. So we actually create collections of bags that actually matching the color of the sandals. And what unique about our sandals that we have so many colors made from like vegetable stain. And these colors are very earthy colors, very vibrant colors. And if you get like a nice red sandals with a red bag, it's looking phenomenal.
Little red lipstick, red color contrasting. Well, this is wonderful. I think that you're in the right place. Is there anything you could say about FN platform, or any of your thoughts about where the industry is going next, or where you are going next? Maybe different, or you mentioned social media also earlier. So is that the place where you're drawing in more new business? Is it via social media channels? Is it more web? Is it from coming to shows like this?
Well, I can say that, regarding FN platform, this is from the beginning was our anchor trade shows where we got most of our bigger accounts. We launch it in FN platform. We do it every year. And our sandals is mainly like promoted word of mouth. When people are wearing them, they're really loving it. I get emails of people praising the sandals. And it's really amazing to see how people talk about it and create the buzz behind our brand. We started to do some nice stories or videos that we promote in social media that can show how can the sandals actually can change things in your life. When people see you wear the sandals, they ask you about it, and you can create new friends, new relationships, and all kind of like interesting adventures.
You're coming right back to saving the world, right? One step at a time. It sounds like, building bridges, building community, and doing it through beautiful and comfortable shoes. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us today with the Shoe In Show podcast. And if there's, where else can we find you? Is it JerusalemSandals.com?
Yes, JerusalemSandals.com is our main website. You can also find it in like places like Nordstrom.com, FreePeople.com, Zappos.com, and a lot of like Amazon.com and other boutiques and stores around the world.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm sure we're all going to be looking out for those. And thank you for your time, Kfir. That was Jerusalem Sandals.
It sounded like you had a great time over there.
Oh,
yes,
I did.
That was a great recommendation, Matt. If he was here, I would tell him, but they ditched us.
They must be at the bar. Long days here.
I'm kind of interested in those sandals, so I definitely will peruse their website to check those out. So what is the other brand that you got to speak to?
So following on the heels of Jerusalem Sandals, cruised over to Okabashi, which caught my eye because they have these sort of, three different brands, but the Okabashi is a flip-flop. It's sort of a resort kind of piece. It's an anytime kind of flip-flop, but it's got an orthopedic footbed.
Okay.
Sarah's going to tell you all about it.
Sarah's
she told me
great.
all about it. I love learning
she actually
about
spoke
it.
at our executive summit, so very nice. Yeah, I'm glad you got to speak with her.
It was wonderful meeting her.
Yes.
And, it was very exciting, and I love the shoes.
All right, so let's go into your conversation with Sarah.
We're here with Sarah from Okabashi. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Exactly.
Okay, so Okabashi. Walking through the hall, we're talking about comfort today and something that you can just slip onto your foot. You could walk all day. These look like it, but maybe you can tell me a little bit more since you are the CEO and founder of this company. Tell us about Okabashi.
Yes, so Okabashi is founded in 1984. It's a family-owned business, and now we're in our third generation. So I'm excited to sort of build on the heritage that's been created, and we're really excited about our new styles that we've developed for Spring 19 around Okabashi, and it's about delivering comfort and value and American-made quality at a reasonable price. So we've got a whole selection of colors, and then of course we're excited about our Third Oak line, and one thing that we think is so important is our sustainability and what we do around that.
That's part of what drew me to your booth is right here in bold letters, and nicely we can see Made in USA, which is really important to a lot of consumers here. Recyclable, sustainable, cruelty-free. It's fantastic, and I think that is part of the tie-in. But tell us about the name then. So it sounds kind of exotic, even though it's made in USA.
It does. It's so funny to have a Made in USA brand that has a Japanese sounding name. So it's sort of the Japanese sounding name really reminds us of the reflexology inspired principles which we put in our shoes, whether it's the massage beads and our well-known footbed. And I think that's what really keeps our customers loyal and to date, we've sold 35 million pairs of Okabashis, and our biggest reference is word of mouth. So I think if we keep everyone happy, then it'll continue.
Word of mouth, so building community through social media,
Totally.
that kind of thing.
Yes.
Just getting everyone influencers, getting people to talk about them and wear them. And
Exactly, and it's interesting. The big influencers and sort of mini celebrities are fantastic for so many brands, but what we found actually works well is telling so often the story of the people who work with the company. So, for instance, saying what is the favorite shoe of our different team members, and that really resonates.
It's really interesting. And I would say, they're made in the USA, so all the materials are from here as well. So where do you source this? What is this exactly, this material?
So it's a combination. It's about 45% soy by weight, and it's a combination of new and also recycled material. We have a closed-loop recycling program. So both internally, any scraps that we create, we regrind and turn into new shoes. But then a consumer who buys our shoes, and maybe she has 10 pairs and doesn't have room for the 11th pair she wants, she can send shoes back to us, and we actually give her a discount towards that next pair, and we're able to regrind it and make it into new shoes. So we really have created a closed loop process, and we're trying to make Made in USA meaningful beyond just that community impact for the consumer and then for retailers as well.
That's fantastic. I gotta tell you, I have a pair, so maybe I'll send them in and get a new color.
Yes, definitely. I'll tell you the next season's hottest ones.
So what's trending for you all? I see that some of the shoes are flat, some of them have a wedge, would you say?
Well, we actually just today, it's officially announced that we won the Women's Day Best Value Award for our women's splash.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We're excited. So this has about a 2-inch lift, and we find that for more mature audiences, women do like a little bit of a lift. They stand better, and
For more mature
audiences.
This is going from, which age is that, would you say?
Uh-oh, you're going to get me in trouble. Let's just say 40 plus. I would say that is more important. And I'm slightly younger, but I like to consider myself more mature at times, and sometimes perfectly immature. So I guess it's all a matter of perspective.
So maybe the wedge is your evening
I think
Okabashi.
So. Yes.
These are daytime beachwear with the
Exactly.
low heel.
And we really find that this more supportive footbed is not just for something that you think about, an orthotic or a super comfort shoe, but it's really perfect for after sports as well. So we find that people are more and more looking for a sculpted footbed for post-fitness or post sort of active recovery.
Yes, your traditional flip-flop isn't really going to cut it anymore, because there are other options out here, like something like this that has more of the benefits of supporting your arch.
And then to make it easy clean, because you don't want sweaty feet to always be on a shoe that you
That's
can't
true.
clean
And if I
properly.
wanted, could I throw these into the washing machine?
Easily, yeah. And they'll come out just as good as when you threw them in.
Just
And
don't stick them in the microwave.
Oh no, I've never tried that. I think we've been doing a lot of R&D, and I don't think microwavable shoes will be very popular, but we can always try it. You can put it in the dishwasher too, actually.
Big question of the moment, because more and more people are shopping online. Maybe they'll see somebody or see your shoes on Instagram, and the next thing they want to know, they Google it. Where can I get these shoes? So where are you seeing that the sales are changing from online versus buying them in a brick and mortar store?
We do have direct to consumer, but we really think that our retail partners are the cornerstone of our Okabashi business, and we've actually tried to leverage digital to make that work for our retail partners. So, for example, introducing drop ship, so that they can have their own platform and go directly to the consumer without having to take an inventory position. And so, again, making local work. So there's this common misconception that Made in USA has to be ultra expensive. Our shoe prices are really quite competitive with the landed costs of comparable shoes, and we stand by our quality as well with the 2-year guarantee, which I think sets us apart in terms of also being able to come, and we're located half an hour away from Atlanta. So in the spirit of Southern hospitality, we always have an open door, and I think it's much easier to stay in the time zone and just to take a 2-hour flight to come and visit us rather than face the jet lag. And our turnaround is great. We're able to also, if we already have a relationship, turn even 20,000 per order in 2 weeks without sweat. So we're happy, and I think our OSHA compliant workforce is too.
Excellent.
Matt and Andy?
Yeah, true. Well, if we're gonna thank you very much for speaking with us. I know you mentioned you're a big fan of the Shoe In Show. Thank you very much for speaking with us. So let's say I now, having seen all these gorgeous sandals and flip-flops and things that I want to test for myself, where can I find them on?
You can find them online as well as our retail partners nationwide. And thank you again for taking the time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you once again, Kim. You did some great interviews. I'm so glad you got to speak to some people and meet some new footwear people.
Thank you. I love it.
I'm going to bring you with me every time now.
Anytime. I'm loving it. Grateful for the opportunity.
Great. Well, thank you guys for listening to another Road-a-sode. We will be back at Platform every year. We enjoyed our time this year, and please check out the rest of our episodes on shoeinshow.com. And with that being said, Shoe In Show is out.
Shoe In has been brought to you by the FDRA, the Footwear Industries Association focused on retail, trade, politics, and fashion, helping create and enhance conversations on all things footwear. For information about FDRA, visit fdra.org.